Okay guys, so we're in the workshop again, obviously, because I always fuck around when I've got no time. That's my little bike I've made from just going to put my my D&M spring in it. Just waiting to get the right bolts for that, with some to put in there, but I made that from an old 50cc dirt bike and an old razor. Chopped it up, put all the razor gear back on there. Chopped up the swing arm and stuff, and yeah, chopped a lot of it up actually to make it all fit, but it's on there. Anyway, the visual today is my forks, which I do recommend everybody else do as well, come off a mountain bike. Now they were great. I pressed in a stem. I used the Hope drop crown that came with it because I wanted to get the height, and I still used my clamp, which is a mid-rise riser bar, and I used the drop crown there, as you can see, cut it off, and I used it to mount my front light. But anyway, the shocks themselves are always really soft for the surron, because why? The spring that fits in there is generally set up for a mountain bike. This spring is blue. I need the heaviest one, which is yellow. It's pretty simple. You get yourself 32mm socket, linish it down flat, otherwise you end up ripping off the edges of the aluminium nut, which you don't want to do. So make sure you linish it down nice and flat. You take out the cap, 3 spacers. Now these spacers can be moved around in separate configurations to give you a different kind of bottom out, so to stop your forks from giving as much travel. I believe one at the bottom, 2 at the... There's a certain thing on the website that lets you know. But either way, that is the blue spring. That goes in, that comes out, then 3 of them, and then your spring. So I'm going on Monday, because the guy's not there today who I need to speak to, who knows about this, to order one. But yeah, I'll be ordering a heavier spring, which is a £50 spring, because that one's only a 40, and then that should get my forks in a decent position for the weight of the bike. Anyway, that's it. Thank you very much for listening. I'm also getting a heavier spring, because that is a 500 by 3 shock in there. As you can see, because my bike is heightened, I got away with a smaller shock purely because of that, and I don't need that much travel for what I do. But yeah, I'm just getting a heavier spring as well, just to cope with it. That's a 500 on there. I'm looking at possibly a 600 as well. But yeah, that's it. So I thought I'd do a little video here, what I've just wanted to find out for myself. So in the top of your Fox 40s, after you put the spacers back in, you have the cap. Now the cap itself has adjustable for preload, plus and minus. So what happens is, when you screw it to the minus side, it basically screws down this washer, which obviously pushes the spacers down and tightens up your spring, same as what you would do if you were cranking down on your coil. So that is how the preload works on your spring shocks. I learned that just then. Happy to pass it on.